Namaste. God is love and love is real. What connects you with God? What connects you with love? What connects you with success? In this podcast, I have shared a beautiful Sufi story of Baba Farid. Baba Farid was a great Sufi saint. Whenever anybody used to go to Baba Farid, he used to bless him or her. He used to say, "Ja, tujhe ishq ho," meaning, go, may you fall in love, may you experience love. In this podcast, I have shared many beautiful insights. I'm sure those who have a certain depth of understanding will resonate with the many sharings of this podcast. So let's begin. There was a young man. He also had the same question. But his question was a little philosophical. He wanted to know God. He wanted to know how God is and where God is. And so one fine day, he sets on his journey to find the answer to his question. After a long travel, he finally reaches a small village. And the people of village says to him, "There is a great fakir, a Sufi saint in our village, and his name is Baba Farid. We cannot answer your question, but that man can. But be careful, because he is a great mystic, and mystics are very strange people. So just be careful, else he will drive you away, and you will not find your answer." The man was very happy to know that finally he had come to the right destination. And he had heard a lot about Baba Farid. Baba Farid was indeed a great Sufi saint, and the very thought of meeting him made him feel very excited. The next morning, the man goes to Baba, and Baba Farid was seated beneath the tree in his own bliss. And the man asked, "I have heard that you have come to know about God. I have come from far away land. Tell me how God is and where is God? And can God be known? Because I want to know all about God." Baba Farid said, "Right now I am going to the river for a bath. Come along and possibly I can answer you there." The man wondered that why Baba cannot answer here itself. Why at the river bank? Why not here? But then he thought it is better to follow Baba. Else, as the villagers said, this man is a very strange man and he may just drive me away. And so the man followed Baba Farid. And when they reached the river, Baba Farid said, "You throw off all your clothes, become naked, and join me in the river. Perhaps I can answer you there." The man thought, this is going too far. How can I become naked? But then there was nobody around the river, so he agreed. He took off his clothes, became naked, and jumped in the river. Baba Farid also jumped in the river. And then Baba pushed the man's head into the water, and the man started struggling and he was a thin man, must be a philosopher. Never paid any attention to his body, and so he was struggling, and Baba kept the man's head inside the water with full force, not letting the man's head to come out of the water. The man struggled. He put all his efforts. Baba was a very strong man, and so it was becoming very difficult to fight off. The man passionately tried his best to lift his head out of water, and finally he succeeded. As soon as he was able to lift his head out of the water, he looked at Baba and said, "What is this craziness? I was utterly wrong to follow you." Baba smiled and said, "You forget about all that. You tell me, what were you thinking when your head was completely inside the water?" The man said, "Thinking? There was no time to think. I was just focused totally on coming out of the water, on lifting my head above the water. I was totally focused on how to come outside the water." Baba said, "When you desire God so passionately, you will know. Before that, you will not know. Now go back to your home." Always remember, techniques and philosophies and method won't help you to realize God. It is your passion, it is your intensity that can help you to realize God and all the most precious things in life that you had wished for. God is not a philosophical theory. It is an experience of intense passion. Kabir says, when the guest is searched for, it is the intensity of the longing for guest that does all the work. Nothing else is needed. No method, no technique. If the intensity is great, then that will do the work. All methods only help your intensity. They don't really help you to reach God. They only make you more and more aflame. This state of being aflame is what is required in your spiritual journey to progress, to grow within. No matter what you are doing, you will succeed only if there is intense passion. When you make love, be intense. When you pray, be intense. When you meditate, be intense. When you are studying, study so deeply. Let there be total intensity to your studies. Intensity is the word. When you are walking on spiritual path, the more you are intense, the more you are passionate, the more there is a possibility for you to experience God, to experience the beyond, the unseen. Baba Farid was a great Sufi saint, and Baba Farid has his own way of blessing. Whenever someone would come to seek his blessing, Baba Farid would look into his eyes and say, "Ja, tujhe ishq ho," meaning, go, fall in love. The love that Baba refers to is not an ordinary love, it is spiritual love. Ordinary love is called mohabbat, spiritual love is called ishq. Baba's blessings and his words were simply to help you realize the significance of spiritual love, which has no demands but which is simply happy to give, to share. You will fall in love if there is a certain intensity within you. It is good to fall in love. Only a man who can fall in love can someday also fall in love with God. It is said that Lord Rama fell in love with Sita when he saw her for the very first time in his life. Valmiki narrates that Rama comes to the city where Sita is living, and while wandering in a garden, he sees Sita for the very first time and falls in love with her. This is inconceivable to us, but it is a reality. Love happened to Rama before marriage. Marriage came afterwards, just as a supplement to love. To Sita too, love happened the moment she saw this young man, Lord Rama. Sita's devotion is unique. From the point of view of surrender, she is perfect. Her devotion to Rama, her husband, is in totality. Passion is the source. Every saint was passionate. While in marriage, he was passionate. And when he moved beyond marriage, he was passionate. And so, passion is the energy that is necessary. But along with passion, your consciousness, the state of your consciousness is far more important. Because even though the car is loaded with a lot of gas, still, if the driver within the car is not conscious, then he may hit the car or he may drive on a wrong way. And so, it is necessary that along with passion, you also bring more and more awareness to your being. Our country is blessed with so many great saints. One of them was Saint Kabir, and many would come to seek his guidance, and many would come to seek the answers to their questions. Many would come to become his followers, but Kabir always used to say, "Come with me only if you are ready to set your house on fire. Come with me only if you are ready to cut off your head." Only a man who is following his heart can follow Kabir. To be with Kabir is to be without head, without logic. If you are ready to do so, only then can you follow him. Only then can you relate to his words. Kabir was such a great saint, and he would not solve the problem. Rather, he would simply destroy your problem. Kabir is not interested in solving your problem. Kabir is interested in destroying your problem in totality. Intensity matters. When you love, you simply love. Then you should not ask questions. Then you should simply jump. And that is why when anybody would come to Kabir, the first question that Kabir would ask is, "Come with me only if you are ready to set your house on fire. Come with me only if you are ready to cut off your head. Because as long as your head remains, as long as you remain in your logic, you can never understand a single word of Kabir, a single word of Jesus, a single word of Buddha. It is only when you drop your head, or to say it in Kabir's words, it is only when you cut off your head, when you are ready to cut off your head, only then can you resonate with Kabir's words. Only a man who can jump can attain, and only a man who has dropped all logic can jump. Only a man who can love can experience God. God is love, and love is real. Let there be more intensity. Let there be more passion in whatsoever you do. You can do it only if you have the intensity within you. Always remember, the intensity, the passion has to have a right direction, and this comes only when you start meditating. Kabir will suggest meditation. Buddha has suggested meditation. Meditation is a different approach. It has nothing to do with God. It has something to do with you. It has something to do with your mind. It has to create a silence within you, a deep, utter silence. In that utter silence, you will start experiencing God. You will start feeling the presence of God. And then, when your meditation starts flowering, then the passion within you will get the right direction. Then you may not require any gemstones or any astrological remedies. Then you may not require any answers. Then you all will be on your own, and that would be the most beautiful day, the most transforming moment of your life. Live as much as you can, as intensely as you can, as passionately as you can. And through that passionate love, through that flame of passion, something burns down in you, and that is the ego. And when the ego is burnt down, something happens. Something beautiful happens. That something has to do with your effort. It comes, it is a happening. Passion is necessary. It is passion that connects you to success. Only a man or a woman who is passionate about something can attain to the higher altitudes of life. It is your passion, your intensity, and you are willing to go to the depth of the subject that eventually leads you to the road of success. This is the whole secret that can connect you to success. Enough for today. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।